to start the drive. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, right back to Hall. To the 43, second down. And, Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for third down.
Playing pass all the way.
Out of the gun, it's White. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Broncos. Javonte Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Broncos are going to take possession of... Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll drop this down to Williams. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, Wilson. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away and could cost them a ball game?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. James. And he'll find Hall. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 13-0 is the score after one on a nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw. James. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. Oh, boy, he fielded it right on the goal line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
And I'm telling you, nothing will let him a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. This take it in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Throw right side, complete to Williams.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. To throw is Wilson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they got the turnover in great field position, but unable to do anything with it, and they're left taking the easy 3 on the field goal.
Yeah, you're right about that. A great chance at a short field touchdown. On a sudden change, you take the ball away. You expect your offense to put into the end zone, but they'll take the 3 for now, even if they feel just a little bit let down.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with Williams. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. There's Wilson to throw. Finds Dulcich out left side. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. It's a gain of 3, and it gets him the 1st.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. Finding room at midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They go play action now. Wilson. Got his man. It's Dulcich. Oh, again. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. Now a give up the middle to Williams. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now it's Wilson. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Throwing is Wilson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. Throw over the middle, taken in by Dulcich. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Javonte Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Broncos continue to pull away here in this first half. McManus's point after is good, and that pushes the lead up to 23. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it, and the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season, and in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing, but clearly there's some growing still to do.
They go play action with Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively. James now to throw on second down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Returnable for Thomas. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already, they need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Here's James off the play fake. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
Partner, I see you reaching for the white flag. Put it down. I don't want you throwing it, but I understand why. Because if you do, you're hoping they might actually stop this game because we're in blowout territory right now. That interception just surrendered any momentum they built up in the locker room during halftime. So, game plan, it's in the garbage. Time to try something new in this one.
Up the middle, it's Williams.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Play action. It's Wilson.
Throw to the right, caught by Dulcich.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Williams going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. Williams again, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Javonte Williams punching it in from a yard away. And the Broncos are an extra point away from going up by 30. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Out route complete to Dulcich. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now Wilson.
Same connection, Dulcich once again. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. They run it again with Williams. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. And they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
You get down near the goal line, you need to start enlisting the help of all 11 guys on the defense. And that's a nice job there by the cornerback, squaring his shoulders and coming in to make the tackle.
They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos extend their lead yet again. Oh, they pitch to the tight end. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play. Multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Here's Hall again. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Give to Hall running right. Pat Surtain up to make the play.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Hall on a give up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to having a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. This offense so far on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Play action. Now Wilson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Well, they have been unstoppable this afternoon, Charles. They just went after them from the start. And pass plays like we just saw, they're continuing their dominance here despite the big lead in the 4th quarter.
And that they have in every way. And plays like that across all phases of the game, they've just been effortless for them in this one. And that's what's helped them build such a large lead and allowed them to smile as this game continues.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They give it to Williams running right. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down. Here's Wilson. Completes it to Samuel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's a 4th down pickup of 10 yards and an opportunity certainly missed on the defensive side.
14.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. McManus now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
Berrios now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get it. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
All again on 2nd down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. James. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Straight ahead is Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Ball again. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But I think a Jet was able to recover, and they'll keep possession thanks to a heads-up play.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So this one will wind up a Denver victory.
I'm the best.